Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Arum is pissed, bro. The man is in disbelief and has officially made a statement in regards to Keyshawn Davis's withdrawal, an ordered, mandated fight that they petitioned for, the biggest opportunity of his career, the chance to change his kids and his kids' lives, the biggest payout of his career. And if he wins this fight, it just keeps going bigger and bigger from there. Bob Arum has spoke to Mr. Dan Rafael, and it's Dan Rafael. Shout out to Dan Rafael. If y'all don't know who this man is, been covering the boxing sport for 28 years, a super reliable source, connected. Mr. Dan Rafael, follow him on the social media accounts, Twitter, Instagram, and if you can, subscribe to this man on the app called Substack. That's exactly where this guy is posting this type of breaking news. He's talking to the actual CEO and founder, Mr. Bob Arum, about this. And my goodness, y'all aren't going to believe what Bob Arum has to say. This dude absolutely exposes Keyshawn Davis even more, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to this. Bob Arum says, listen, I'm an old man. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. I don't have any goddamn idea. We went out and tried to make this fight for him because he shot his mouth off that this was the fight that he wanted. And when we made the fight, he doesn't want it? Bob Arum described himself as being totally perplexed by Davis's decision. If y'all don't know what perplexed means, here's the definition. Bob Arum said, even though Top Rank was not obligated to pay Keyshawn Davis a penny more than his 25% share of his bid, $2.1 million, he told Davis's manager, James Prince, that he would still honor the $3 million offer. We told him after the purse bid that we would find a way to boost his share to $3 million, which we had agreed to in the first place. Bob Arum says Prince wanted Keyshawn Davis to accept the fight. He says James Prince said he would go back to the kid and talk to him, but we haven't heard from him, so I assume they're not interested. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all remember when Bill Haney was saying that Keyshawn Davis is avoiding meetings with his own team? It's James Prince, Bob Arum, Top Rank. It's true. It's true. This is coming out of Bob Arum's mouth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's continue. Bob Arum said, Top Rank has no specific plans for Keyshawn Davis at the moment. So for the Keyshawn Davis fans, for the conspiracy theorists out there who believe that there's something going down behind the scenes, there's a reason why Keyshawn Davis turned down this fight. You know, there's possibly something else out there for him. No. Bob Arum said Top Rank has no specific plans for Keyshawn Davis at the moment since he turned down the major fight, but will offer him a fight, but nowhere near that amount of money he would have gotten to challenge Devin Haney. Ladies and gentlemen, so y'all know they don't have to give Keyshawn Davis another fight until, I believe, May of 2027, right? They're not contractually obligated to have to do that until May 2027, right? Wow, Bob Arum just said there, we'll probably offer him another fight, but nowhere near the amount of money he would have ever gotten to challenge Devin Haney. That's why I can't understand, Bob Arum said, maybe I'm remembering things through rose-colored glasses. I don't believe fighters 10, 15 years ago, or even 5 years ago, would act this way. Even now, a day after, if Keyshawn still wanted the fight, we would still give him the $3 million offer. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Arum is perplexed by this situation. This man is what, 95, 96, 97 goddamn years old? I think he's like 95. And has been covering the sport of boxing, working in the sport of boxing for decades. And straight up just said 10, 15, even 5 years ago, fools was never acting this way. Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson have become the embarrassment of self-respect, integrity. Respect towards others. You've got Bob Arum comparing this man to fighters from the past. When Keyshawn Davis tries to act like he's one of the toughest dudes in the sport of boxing. You've got Bob Arum perplexed by this situation, bruh. Y'all should be absolutely embarrassed, dude. Nah, that's for a fact, bro. Y'all should be absolutely embarrassed. Bob Arum just exposed y'all. There ain't no other plan going on. There ain't no other opportunities for Keyshawn Davis. He's getting bigger money elsewhere. Y'all are tripping. Even Bob doesn't understand. He said he wanted this fight. We gave it to him, and he ducked it. Him, Jay Prince, Shakur Stevenson. Yes, Jay Prince wanted this fight to happen, right? Bob Arum just said that. Why though? To steer away from Shakur Stevenson, bruh. Those are facts. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, subscribe to Dan Raphael and subscribe here to the MMA Boxing Addicts channel. If you're one of those people that, you know, don't have enough time to go read articles and go read things in the world of boxing, guess what? I got y'all, bruh. Y'all already know I got y'all. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, Bob Arum has responded to Keyshawn Davis, and it ain't looking good, bro. It ain't looking good. Let me know what you guys think in the comments.